nearlydanish.com.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's get ready to rumble!
So today we're doing literature.
Oh, you left your passport. Where are you at?
There are a lot of new questions from chapter 5.
Oh, no.
And we're going to be focusing on literature tonight. Let's see how you guys do. All right, only 7 people got this wrong. I was not even expecting this, so great job.
Great job.
Next one. If you've been practicing, then you know the answer to this. All right, so Gestadanarum was about Denmark's history. 11 people got this wrong. Now you know what you don't know. We're moving on to the next one. Slight reshuffle in the top 5. All right, so Leonora Christina, she was the daughter of a king, and she was thrown in prison. I can't remember what exactly for, but she came out and she wrote a book about her experience. Forgot the name of the book, but we'll see. I think maybe it's the next question. Okay, so this was a reshuffle. Rue is the highest climber, up 12 places.
Great job.
Next one. Yes, so this is the question about the book. All right, so the name of the book was called Yamaz-Mind. Yamaz-Mind. Don't know what that actually means. But anyways, I can see this is a weak spot. So this is, I think this question has been asked before, if I'm not mistaken. But in any case, now you know what you don't know.
Now you know what you don't know.
This is a weak spot. It will show up on your profile next time. Okay, so so complete top 5 reshuffle. Derby is the highest climber, up 9 places.
Excellent.
Next one. This is not a particularly easy Kahoot, but it will show you most of your weak spots. So don't feel bad if you're not doing well. All right, so this is another definite weak spot. More than half of you got this wrong. It was published in 1869, so 20 years after Kronlund. Kronlund was from 1849. I think it was also published posthumously, I'm not sure, but anyways. Next one. Okay, so Houston, I know, has been practicing, so that's why he has a bit of an edge here. Lily has a streak with 5 correct answers in a row, so that's 100%.
Perfect score.
And she's on fire.
She's on fire.
We've got Houston, Steph, Trent, 77, and Krish. So these are, I think everybody here is in the Gold League. Houston, you haven't cleaned up your profile. I think you have about 100 and something questions that you haven't cleaned up. So if you clean that up, you'll easily be in the Gold League as well. But I know you're an elite player, so yeah. You've seen this before. This is one of the most frequently asked questions. All right, only 8 people got this wrong. For the 8 people that got this wrong, you need to know the answer to this question because it's a frequently asked question and has a high probability of showing up on the next test. So clean that up when you see it on your profile next time. Okay, we have a static top 5.
Static top 5.
HHH is the highest climber, up 5 places.
Great job.
Next one. Yeah, so the Enlightenment philosophy, Ludwig Holbein was a big proponent at the time. So 15 people got this wrong. This one, not so frequently asked, but worth knowing. Next one. Uh-oh. All right, so H.C. Andersen wrote The Emperor's New Clothes. So it's one of, he wrote a lot of popular stories. The Emperor's New Clothes is actually one of the popular ones. I knew about this story when I was a child. It's translated to English. Not frequently asked, but it could be asked because they've asked about, I think, The Little Mermaid. They've asked about The Ugly Duckling, but they've never asked about The Emperor's New Clothes. Let's see. Top 5 reshuffle. This was a combo breaker. 5 players dropped their answer streak of 3. Sorry, guys. Next one. All right, so this is H.C. Andersen yet again, the little girl with the matchsticks. How many people got this wrong? 24 people got this wrong. Now you know what you don't know.
Now you know what you don't know.
So fix that knowledge gap. Next one. All right, so we have a static top 5.
Static top 5.
Justin, Steph, 7-7, Dracula, and Krish. So all in the Gold League, these guys have been putting in the work, which is the reason why they're getting these scores. 5 players have reached an answer streak of 4.
Great job.
Next one. H.C. Andersen yet again. Give me 1 second. Let's see. Okay. All right. Next one. Dracula just overtaken 7-7. 5 players hits an answer streak of 5. All right, so almost half of you got this wrong. Adam Olenschlager wrote the Danish national anthem. I'm not going to tell you the name because I think that's going to be the next question, but he's a poet and he wrote some other works that are spoken about in the book. Now that we are on the topic of the book, I wonder how many of you have actually read that book. We have 45 days to the test. If you haven't started reading, please start. It's important, okay? So there are updates to the book. There will be questions about those updates, most definitely, at least 1 or 2 questions. So please read that and do the quizzes and read the book at the same time. And doing the quizzes will become easier. Reading the book becomes easier, okay? So please do that. All right, next one. Oh, wow. I actually didn't expect this many people to get this right. Round of applause. Okay, it was Steensen-Blicher. I don't know if I'm saying that right. On to the next one. Slight reshuffle in the top 5. Copenhagen is the highest climber, up 6 places.
Great job.
I'm guessing this is your first time here, Copenhagen, so well done. Next one. Yes, the questions are not random. But look, you know, the point is to, you know, figure out where you have your loopholes. So even if you don't get them right, fix it. That's the point. And just to say something, right? I know I've made a game out of this whole thing, okay? And I know that by turning it into a game, you know, your emotions start getting heightened and all that kind of stuff. But look, what's important is the test. Okay, well, me putting all this stuff here is just to motivate you so that you can see how much work you're doing. There's some kind of gaming element to it and all that kind of stuff. But this isn't what's important. What's important is actually knowing the answers to these questions for you to start seeing things like this, okay? 954 questions, 999. This is a mistake, by the way, which I'll fix. So please, okay, don't get caught up in this whole thing. What's important is that you actually go in and do the work and, you know, you see your numbers improve, and your numbers improving will impact your exam. All right, next one. So someone is asking, are the quizzes and the website updated as well after the book? Yes. So I am in the process of updating everything. I have added there's a new section that was added to chapter 6 that has been completely updated on the website. And there's some little updates here and there. And I'm making those changes as well. So yes, the quizzes cover the whole book. All right, we're moving on. Suat is the highest climber, up 4 places.
Excellent.
Houston, Steph, Chris, Dracula, and R. On to the next one. All right, Herman Bang wrote Velveien. By the way, that's the translation in English. I don't think he's ever shown up in the test, so that means it's a potential new question. How many people got this wrong? Way more than half of you got this wrong. So now you know what you don't know.
Now you know what you don't know.
Moving on to the next one. All right, the usual suspects still in the top 5. Anna is making a comeback with 3 in a row, and she's on fire.
She's on fire.
Excellent.
Anna is in the top 10 in the gold league. All right, so things are becoming a bit more difficult. As I can see here, more than half of you got this wrong yet again. So these are just your weak spots. Don't feel bad if you're not getting these right. And we're just touching on potential new questions. So I'm not surprised that a lot of you are not getting these right. So Tass is the highest climber, up 7 places.
Great job.
We are coming close to the halfway point. You've seen this name before. Hopefully it's a no-brainer what he is, but let's see. All right, he is an author. Yeah, today we're focusing on literature, so it's kind of a no-brainer that he is an author. I can't remember exactly what he wrote. But yes, 6 people got this wrong. Now you know what you don't know. Okay, so that was a top 5 reshuffle. Sama, yeah, look at pair. He wrote look at pair, which is also a frequently asked question. Okay, so we've got Houston, Steph, Dracula, Darby, and R. Sama is back in the game with 3 in a row.
Great job.
Next one. Okay, so Henrik Pontoppidan won the Nobel Prize in Literature 1917. There's another author, Johannes V. Jensen. He won the Nobel Prize in 1944, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So those are the 2 Danish authors that won the Nobel Prize in Literature that I remember anyways, or that I mentioned in the book. They have asked a question about Johannes V. Jensen, never about Henrik's Nobel Prize. So that's a potential new question. Moving on to the next one. Letty is back with an answer streak of 3. We are at the halfway point now. All right, a lot of people got this right. More than I expected. Okay, so 3 in a row. Lenny is back in the game. I'm not sure if it's a guy or a girl.
Excellent.
So you get that. Next one. Oh, I think I already gave away the answer to one of these questions, but let's see who was listening. Kongsfeld was published in 1901. Written by Johannes V. Jensen. Potential new question. I know these are difficult, but you know, hang in there. It's just pointing out your knowledge gaps. Probability of this showing up, yeah, I don't think this will show up, but it's information in the book, so it could show up. Static top 5, not much movement here.
Static top 5.
3 players have hit an answer streak of 5.
Great job.
We are past the halfway mark. Yes. I can't remember who wrote Dittermenskeba. Anyways, he wrote this book as well. On to the next one. So it's Houston, Steph, Nyla, TR, and Darby. I think all these people are in the gold league. R is back with an answer streak of 3.
Excellent.
We have 16 questions left on this quiz. The famous book by Karen Blixen, when was it published? In 1937, The African Farm was published. Karen Blixen is a frequently asked author in the exam. They ask about her book, usually The African Farm, but never about when it was published. So just in case that shows up, you now know the answer to this. For the 22 people that got this wrong, now you know what you don't know.
Now you know what you don't know.
On to the next one. Okay, so we still have a static top 5.
Static top 5.
Ashmi is back with an answer streak of 3. Not sure if it's a guy or girl.
Oh my! He's on fire!
I will guess it's a dude. On to the next one. This should be a no-brainer if you read the question and the answers slowly. By the way, anyways, when you're done with this, I'll mention this again. All right, round of applause. I mean, this is kind of like a no-brainer. The African Farm, all the other answers were in some other place, Cuba, Kenya, and about her life growing up as a poor girl. So the no-brainer answer was the coffee farm in Kenya. I think it's actually based on a true story, that book. But anyways, 10 people got this wrong. Now you know what you don't know. Fix that knowledge gap. It will be on your profile. Houston, I'm not sure. Did you get that wrong? Or were you just too slow? In any case, we got Steph, Nyla, TR, Houston, and Darby. No comment. It's all good, man. We all make mistakes sometimes. SJPD is back with an answer streak of 3, and he's on fire.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Next one. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
All right. Wow. This is way better than I expected.
Wow!
Round of applause. Okay, little shift in the top 5. 6 players reached an answer streak of 4.
Great job.
Almost at the end now. 12 questions to go. Wow. Round of applause. Only 3 people got this wrong. Static top 5.
Static top 5.
Rue is making a comeback with 3 in a row, and he's on fire.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Next one. All right. Bandom, Undom, or gift. 20 people got this wrong. 21 people got this wrong. Now you know what you don't know. Fix that knowledge gap. This was a combo breaker. 5 players dropped their answer streak of 3. Sorry, guys. We got 11 questions to go. She showed up. So Susanna Boga showed up in the May 2023 exam. The question was, I think they asked about her and Marie something, I can't remember her name. They were both authors, and they asked what were their professions. Okay, so pay attention to these names because they could show up at any time in any form. In this case, yeah, they were asking what type of books was she writing. Okay, well, next one. Houston slowly climbing back. We have Steph, Houston, Darby, Nyla, TR. TR is making a comeback 3 in a row, and he or she's on fire.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Next one. Inga Christensen. How many people got this wrong? 23. Okay, so the point is, I would suggest make a list of all the authors, the books they wrote, the years they were published. Do the same for all the other ones in that chapter 5, because they could ask about any one of those people. And why are we doing chapter 5? The reason we're doing chapter 5 is because there is at least one new question from chapter 5 in the exam. So by doing this, we cover the whole chapter so that you get familiar with these people's names, the work that they did, the dates those works were published, and you'll be ready for the test, okay? Don't feel bad if you're not doing well. It just shows you what you don't know, so you can go and fix that. 3 players have reached an answer streak of 5. Moving on to the next one. We've got 8 questions and we're done. Yes, so Inga Christensen is another author, Danish author that was nominated for the Nobel Prize in Literature many times, but never won. All right, moving on to the next one. It's a static top 5.
Static top 5.
We've got Steph, Houston, Darby, Nyla, and TR. SAJ is making a comeback with 3 in a row, and he's on fire.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Next one. Okay. Well, there's not much to be said about this. Naya Marie, how do you say that last name? Eitz. Next one. Dracula is back. AIDS? Okay. Dracula back in the top 5. Grace back in the game 3 in a row. I'm guessing Grace is a girl.
She's on fire.
Excellent.
We've got 7 questions to go. When was it published?
Uh-oh.
All right, 2017, so relatively close by. This is what, 6 years ago? And that was published. Yeah. Next one. Static top 5. No one was moved in the top 5, but you all got points.
Static top 5.
Round of applause to these people in the top 5. Three players have reached an answer streak of 10. Wow. That's impressive because this is not a particularly easy Kahoot. Right, he was a poet. 6 players hit an answer streak of 3. We are almost at the end now. That's Verdant's son. 22 people got this wrong. Well, now you know what you don't know. Fix that. There's a lot of people with weak spots in literature. I'm guessing there's going to be a lot of people with weak spots in chapter 5. That's a very important chapter. So please cover that. Also, there's a lot of new information in chapter 6. So please cover that as well. 4 questions to go. Next one. All right, so Yahya Hassan, also a poet, was one of Michael Strung's readers. Static top 5.
Static top 5.
3 in a row. Ceci is back in the game.
Excellent.
Next one. I gave this away if you were listening. But let's see. Oh, wow. Almost perfect score. Round of applause. So I guess 4 people were not listening to what I was saying. Oh, Houston says, shout out to my boy, Andre Moldovan, who just started preparing for the exam. Welcome, Andre. Hopefully you're having some fun. Kurum Obeid said, this is the only easy question. Yes, actually, this question showed up in, I think in Melbourne Escapes Poem in 2021 or 2022. Can't remember exactly which one, summer or winter. But anyways, could show up again in INDFØDSRETSPRØVEN. Last two questions. We have a static top 5.
Static top 5.
Sonia is making a comeback with 3 in a row. Sonia is top 5 on the leaderboard as well in the Gold League. She's on fire.
She's on fire.
Excellent.
Keep up the good work, Sonia. I can see that you haven't cleaned up. Oh, yeah, you still have 4 unanswered questions. But anyways, they'll still be there for you next time. We've got 2 questions to go. No explosions today, unfortunately. But if any one question hits 100%, then I will give that explosion. Let's see. Okay, this didn't happen. So Yahya Hassan's collection of poems sold 100,000 copies. So he's actually the best-selling poet in Denmark's history. 20 people got this wrong. Now you know what you don't know.
Now you know what you don't know.
Next one. Static top 5.
Static top 5.
3 players just hit an answer streak of 9. That's impressive considering this is tough.
Great job.
Excellent.
Okay, so last question, and then we'll move on to Melbourne Escapes Poem. Oh, wow, this was almost perfect. Oh, man. Anyways, round of applause. Okay, so for the new people here today, the people that are here for the first time, when we're done, I'm going to upload the result of this, and you will see a name in this list, okay? And if you haven't been here before, you're going to see a whole bunch of, you know, when you go to when you see your name, you click on your name, you're going to see a whole bunch of stuff in missed sessions. So just go in there and do those quizzes and also fix your incorrect answers. All right. That's for the new people. So people like Andre. All right. Podium time. And then we will be heading to Melbourne Escapes Poem. And if you'd like to stay to get some extra points, please stay. If not, then, you know, I'll see you on Wednesday, podium time. Darby at number 3, well done. Houston at number 2, and who's at number 1? Steph, of course, man. Of course it was Steph. Nyla and Dracula, 4 and 5.
NearlyDanish.com